Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Kat's Message of the Day. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, it's great to see you again. Before I get into this channeled message, what you'll receive in this video is the channeled message plus a page from the Angel Guidance book and also a card from the Universal Healing Love Deck. Also, please note that this is a collective group message, so it may not resonate with you today, and that's simply okay. Come back tomorrow where it may be more aligned with what you need to know. Okay. And please note, all this information is just guidance. I'm not telling anyone anything. It's up to you what you take in and what you leave. So, get out of your own way. A woman shared that expression with me a few years ago, and I didn't understand it quite at the time, and now it's so relevant, and I often just say, Cat, stand aside, get out of your own way. Let's get into explain a little bit more about it. How many times have you been fearful and not taken action? It's time to close the door on one thing and take the opportunity to open a new door. Have you been given an opportunity of late? Some of you, I get a feeling that something has come up, an opportunity, an experience, whether it's personal or professional, I'm not sure. And that is causing you some doubt. Or some of you may have experienced opportunities, been offered opportunities, and they've passed you by. And now there's a little bit of regret or going, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So this is for two different sort of people that are watching this. Is it money? Is it like fear of money that if you let that one thing go that, oh my gosh, how am I going to survive? And I'll share a little story regarding money after I read this. You can't do it. It takes you way out of your comfort zone. That's the big one I feel is the cause for many of you. You don't like change. And for some of you, you even think you're not ready. And there could be other reasons, so identify those reasons, okay? What BS excuses did your thoughts come up with that's holding you back? Who and what is holding you back from opening the door to a new chapter in your life? You know the answer's you, right? I do hope that that's the answer you came up with is you. Nobody else. And if you're blaming others, that's not truth. Because it's up to you. It's your life. You have the decisions. Our thoughts are the most common cause that holds you back from taking action, which leads you to get in your own way. Allow your gut instinct and intuition to guide you. If it feels right, bloody go for it. Go for it. Regardless of what your head is saying. Step aside and allow new things to come into your life. You're ready. It's time. While you hold on to the old, there is no room for new experiences, opportunities, or even personal growth in your life. Because I'll read the message and then delve a little bit more. I need to calm the farm. Write down things you would like to do or change. Have you been offered an opportunity that is fearful and so far out of your comfort zone? However, your gut is letting you know how exciting it would be if only you just said yes. Because once you say yes, you've committed. And then it's like now it's got to be about how you're going to do it. You're in a different phase now. You've taken a step. How are you going to do it? Then you work that out. It becomes less fearful Because now you've said yes, you've committed. Can you back out? No. You've been pushed in that corner to take action now. You've opened the door, or literally you've put a wedge in. Tap into and focus on that feeling, that excitement, that if only you said yes. And ignore the thinking that's causing you to get in your own way. It's stopping you from taking action. I'm getting, for some of you, it is an exciting opportunity. It's in the direction that you've wanted to take your life. It's the path. It's professional, but there's been this fear, and now the opportunity has been given to you, and you're like, but as I said, the first step is just saying yes. Because then you get into a different headspace, and now it's, okay, how am I going to make it happen? What do I need to do? See how just by committing and saying yes, the more you say, oh, let me think about it, the more you give this opportunity to create more stories. And that's the more you get in your own way with your stories. Does that make sense? You know, I reflect back, and the opportunities, I've been offered opportunities, and maybe back years ago, I can't think of any that right now, but more recently, there is certain opportunities that were offered to me that was so far out of my comfort zone. One of them in particular, and I feel I may have shared this on another video, was I was offered the opportunity to be a director of a women's entrepreneur club. However, within that club meant I had to get up and public speak, and one of my biggest fears was public speaking. And when it was offered to me, the fear was so overwhelming, and I got into my thoughts, and then I just said, yeah, before I could even get too much into it. And then it was like, okay, I've committed to this now. Now what am I going to do? And it was step by step by step. And the fear was so overwhelming. And I can only imagine what it looks like when I first got up, the first gathering of the women's club. I got up and spoke for 5 minutes, and I just shared about how nervous I was. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And yet the feedback was brilliant. It was only me being so hard on me. Now I've been doing Zooms, and because of that one leap, I jumped so far out of my comfort zone. It's enabled me to just be so comfortable taking up other opportunities. You know, I've been holding Zooms for different communities. And so I'm really comfortable doing it. And now it's like, yeah, I do these videos. I'm comfortable doing this. Now I would be absolutely comfortable getting on stage. So it's just taking and just saying, what? And going, yep, not even thinking about it. Because then you open yourself up. Once you jump that hurdle, and the wedge in the door, and the doors will open. And to the point where you just don't even think about it. You just go, yeah, I'm going to take that opportunity, and I open the door. I close the door on another one. And one of the other opportunities, and I want to give you another version, was I've had my coaching business for quite a few years. And there were times where it was quite quiet. So I went and took a little casual job at a department store and loved it. The people I worked with, it was great. However, it was only supposed to be temporary. 2.5 years later, I'm now committing to 36 hours in this job. So it became so comfortable that my coaching sort of got put to the wayside, and this became my focus. And then it was like, I'm done. What am I doing? And I woke up one morning and thought, oh my gosh. And it was the fear of how am I going, it was money that was driving that fear. It was like, I'm assured this amount of money every week. But it was like, hang on, look at what you can do within your coaching if you commit and focus more time. And I really worked on that, and I just said to my husband, you know what, this is my plan. How do you feel about it? And even he was a little hesitant and worried that shit. And one thing I've really learnt from that experience is when you come from a place of desperation, and I mean desperation, don't look at the word literally, okay? The word literally. It is that fear, that desperation it was the money that was driving me to stay there. But if I just took, you know, an opportunity on me and opened that door for me and said, you know what, I'm going to focus 100% on my business and I'm going to let that go. I resigned. I let it go. And as soon as I resigned, all of a sudden, I started getting clients. Now, is that irony? Is it coincidence? Or is it purely the fact that I stopped standing in my own way? That sense of desperation, I've closed the door. I had closed the door. Once I handed in my resignation, the door was closed on that chapter and already the new door had opened. And that is when my business flourished. So what I'm asking you is, what in your life are you holding on to? And it may be due to fear of money, but it's actually holding you back. There's room for more money to come in. So take a deep breath and maybe you can transition slowly rather than me. I just went, done. However, once I really did commit, once I resigned, I was really open and went, right, let's go for this business. And I started, moving and building the business before I didn't have an income, because it was 4 weeks I had 4 weeks from the time of resignation. I thought, no, I'm going to give 4 weeks because I'd been there, you have to, and out of respect. So what in your life are you holding yourself back from attaining? Get out of your own way. Stop your fears from holding you back. Because that's what I was doing. Didn't feel I was good enough. And it was holding me back. And now, my business is flourishing. I'm flourishing. And you too can have this. So let's move on to the book. What does the book have for us today? I can't remember what side it was. No, it was this one. Send Love to Your Heart, page 98. So before I read this message, please note, don't need to please note. Let's close your eyes and take a deep breath with me, just so you can absorb all the words from this and resend to yourself. Your entire body reacts positively to love. When you direct this emotion towards your physical self, it's the same energy that we angels or other people send you. Love is love, no matter what channel it flows through. Give extra energy to your heart today, blessings it physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Hold the prayer that is completely healthy. Surround it with love and ask it to absorb this gift and each beat. Tell it thank you for being so healthy, strong, and efficient. Reassure your heart that it's safe and you'll protect it in all ways. Let it know that you'll exercise and eat healthfully and you're guided. Declare that you'll honor your feelings to help identify the relationship and situations that are beneficial and the ones to avoid. See your heart as a beautiful flower and ask its petals to gently unfurl. Watch any barriers you've hidden but behind are lowered. Send your heart tender feelings and it, in turn, will help you feel greater love. Thought for today. There he goes, Captain Have a Chat again. I send love to my heart and surround it with healing light. I give thanks and attend it by following my guidance and practicing healthy self-care. Absolutely send love to your heart and know that you're capable of achieving and doing whatever you want. And this is really relevant to whatever. There's some of you watching this has been given an opportunity not that long ago, and maybe the opportunity is coming your way. And that opportunity is going to take you back. It's going to take you, and those thoughts So as soon as it takes you back, I want you to take a breath and just go, yes, without even allowing yourself to think. Your heart's got you. You're capable of doing whatever you choose to do. So don't allow your thoughts to tell you otherwise, because they're very good at telling you otherwise and wanting you to stay where you are. Your thoughts don't want you to grow. Your head doesn't want you to grow. It wants you to stay safe and comfortable. So really, really reflect. Yeah, I'm getting, and for those of you who may have let an opportunity pass, that opportunity may present itself again. So just take a breath and say yes. It's scary, absolutely. But personal growth is scary because you're getting out of your comfort zone. But without any pain, how do we grow? It's no different to when you go to a gym, you work out, your muscles get sore because they're growing. No difference to self. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Embrace every opportunity, no matter what it is. Because you just don't know where it's going to lead you. And that's really the perspective that I come from these days. I'm just going to say yes to every opportunity. Want to do an interview? Yes. Sometimes I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Oh, what if? Now it's like, just go with it, Kat. Whatever happens, happens. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Even if it is a mistake, I hope that when I pronounce words wrong, that I give you a giggle. Great. I'm not embarrassed anymore. I just laugh and just go, ugh. All right. Let's go to the card. Spiritual growth. Oh my gosh. That card, when did that card come out? Was it yesterday or the day before? We're just talking about growth. So absolutely, for some of you, it's about spiritual growth. And I spoke about in the channeled message, gut instinct. And this, you could say, you know, really hearing your gut and becoming intuitive to what your body is saying rather than what your head is telling. Does that? And it's no, your body feeling, not saying, feeling. What does your body feel when it's given an opportunity? This is fearful and this is maybe excited. It's like, but what if I did it? What if I did it? The word growth. So if spiritual isn't your thing, just look at the growth. And spiritual can be just worded as personal growth. Because spiritual is about really centering yourself and getting to know yourself on a deep spiritual level. We can use another term for that, and a deep internal level. How well do you know you? We say, you know, how well do we know how we tick? What makes you tick? So that's about looking inward. What triggers you? Identify those. Really get to know yourself. That's more where I'm coming from. This is really getting to know you. And that way you'll be able, the more you know yourself, the more you'll know how much you get in your own way. It'll be much faster to identify. And we can just call that, they're just referring this to spiritual growth. We can call it personal growth if that more aligns with what you like to hear. Because spiritual for some people feels a bit gooey. And that's okay. So I want to use language that's really going to align with you. It's a personal growth. Get to know you. I ask people, I said, how well do you know yourself? And they look at me like I'm crazy when I ask that question. I'm like, you should know yourself inside out. You should know your triggers. You should know what makes you upset. You should know what makes you angry. Because that way you can avoid it. You can manage your emotional state. If you do not know all these things about you, go on a journey. Go on an inward journey, and that's what this is about. Get to know how you tick. Because if you're in a relationship, and I always get my clients to ask, you know, if one of them are feeling hurt, then I get them to ask, the partner asks them, so what do I need to do to make you feel differently? Most of the time, the person who's hurting does not have a clue on how their partner can make them feel better or not hurt them in that way anymore. And I'm like, how do you not know that? So it's really identifying that they don't know themselves. So how the hell do you set an expectation on a partner or even a friend or a family member that they should know you? They should know what upsets you. That's unfair because you don't even know what upsets you. Isn't that hypocritical behavior? I wonder if you've looked at it that way. I don't like the word expectations, but I'm getting that some of you are setting very high expectations on partner, friends, or family members that they're hurting you or they're saying things that upset you. Hello, do you know what upsets you? Do you know yourself well enough? Is that fair to set an expectation on someone else when you may not know you well enough? I'm just offering a different perspective, and it's passion. I'm not angry, and I need to really be a bit more mindful of my tone sometimes, and I'm sorry that my tone sometimes is heightened. It is never my intention to make you feel I'm angry or yelling, because I don't want to close you up. And I have no excuses. See how it's just an apology. There are no excuses. I'm tapping into some of your energy, and some of you, when I get that way, it shuts off. It's like, oh shit, there she goes on a rampage. And it is not my intention. Get to know you. Get to know yourself inside out. Get to know your triggers. Get to know what makes you tick. So then you can forward that information onto others. And then they know how to be around you and how to speak to you in the tone that works with you. Yeah? Wow, golden memories. We had this also just a couple of days, and like there's 45 cards in the deck, and I seem to be pulling a few certain cards. So it's really highlighting that these things are still sitting within some of you. So golden memories, that for me, the word that keeps coming up is reflection. For some of you, it's about really identifying and reflecting back on maybe past opportunities missed, or how you've really been in your own way in certain situations or experiences. It really is a great tool that when we reflect and we can identify past things, it enables us to go, okay, because we've got a comparison, you see. When we reflect back, we can go, oh, so in that situation, this is what I did. I stood in my own way. Now, if I had have done this, would that have given me a different outcome? So see how reflection gives you the ability to learn from that experience, so you can take away, rather than it maybe sitting there making you feel bad or regret or guilt or whatever negative, toxic emotion that's been sitting there. If you reflect back on it and then you look at it and go, well, if I had done this, would I have had a different outcome? Yes. Beautiful. Right. I know now moving forward that if that situation or a similar situation like that presents itself again, I am absolutely going to address it this way. I'm going to be this person, say these things, and absolutely I'm going to want to attain that different outcome. So see, reflection is a beautiful tool, because not only does it enable you to heal and release any toxic emotion attached to that experience, event, whatever it is, it also gives you the opportunity to take away the lesson from it. So it's a win-win. It's a double-pronged. Reflection is a wonderful tool when you can look at what's happened in the past from a positive, as an opportunity to learn from it. Does that make sense? Rather than feel guilty, blah, 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 but identify the toxic emotional attachment to it. What's really sitting festering? Guilt, resentment, all those, they're really toxic in our body, and it's holding you back. And so you may be able to heal that situation just by identifying and taking away the lesson and going, I ain't doing that again, because that's the result. I don't want that result. That's exactly what I did with my past relationship. I went, the signs were all there. Didn't pick up on them because didn't pick up on them. Now moving forward in my new relationship, this is who I am going to become. This is who I am going to be. I am going to absolutely make sure that I am continuously respected. I'm going to make sure that we stay connected. So many lessons came out of that. Rather than hold on to all the toxic emotions attached and the hatred that I had for him and the resentment and blah, blah, blah. And so I hope that you can do that for you through golden memories. And there's some great memories that you had where, okay, it's saying some of you had a lot of fear in an opportunity in the past. Somehow you managed to step out of your own way and you said yes. And you, oh my gosh, it really did push you forward. And some of you have forgotten about that. And you've gone into this place that you cannot do certain things. I want you to tap back into that golden memory, because that's going to serve you well. It's going to show you that you can absolutely get out of your comfort zone and do stuff. Don't miss out on an opportunity or an experience of a lifetime purely because your thoughts and your fears are taking you out. Don't allow this to win. Don't. You are the manager of your thoughts, so manage them. Don't allow them to manage you. Do you understand? So, and I actually have realized that spiritual growth, I didn't even read out the book version. See, I'm on a roll all over the place. So let's go to spiritual growth. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. I think my bird is sidetracking me and I'm endeavoring to focus because he's there, Captain, have a chat. So let's get into it. This is a very special time in your life, a time of deep spiritual awareness and growth. Personal changes are taking place deep within you, and it's important to nurture yourself during this time. Take time out to appreciate the beauty and healing energy of the trees, flowers, and plants. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel the sacred heart of Gaia and the essence of her nurturing spirit. Gaze at the stars, walk along the beach, feel the ebb and flow of the water and the ebb and flow of your own divinity. You will emerge from this period with a renewed sense of purpose for your life as you tap into the vast pools of knowledge, inspiration, and creativity that dwell within you. So absolutely, this is just cementing. Get out of your own way, because there is definitely something in the air happening for you. There is definitely an opportunity that has presented itself or will present itself. It's up to you to just say yes. Just say yes. Don't think about it. Just say yes. If it feels right, go with that. Don't allow this to go, oh, but. Golden memories. Now let's read that. What does that have for us? Once again, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath. And read what golden memories have for us. Oh. Someone is thinking fondly of you this very moment, reflecting on golden memories, past and precious moments spent together. He or she is someone dear to you who has passed into the world of spirit. I'm going to say also someone who has been a friend or someone that you're no longer in contact with. They want you to know that all is well and the time and space cannot separate that which is uniting through love. For the loving presence of those we love is always with us. A part of their lives in our heart and a part of us lives in theirs. We all leave our physical body at some point, but we never leave in spirit. It really is, that first sentence is what I'm drawn to, is someone is thinking fondly of you in this very moment. And it could be that we're reflecting on golden memories of past and precious moments spent together. Or it could even be what you're doing present. Some of you are in maybe, I don't know, doing stuff on social media or writing blogs or vlogs, or you're doing something that people are seeing. It could even be that you're working in a store that you assisted, like, I don't know why I'm going down this path. It could be that you work in a store or a restaurant and you've had connection with some certain people that have clients or customers, whatever you want to call them, that there is this little connection with them and you gave them this beautiful service and experience and they've not forgotten that. So I don't know what opportunities are coming your way through that, and it may be different opportunities just through your kindness and it's being acknowledged in other ways. So keep doing whatever you're doing and never feel that it's not being seen. People are seeing it. Not everyone always acknowledges it, but it's up to you to acknowledge it for self first and foremost. See what you give to others. Acknowledge the kindness that you offer. Acknowledge the time. It's really time for you to see who you are within. And that in itself will allow you to step out of your own way. Yeah? And those of you that are maybe working in a shop, restaurant, but you've got big dreams of doing other things and you're in your own way, there's a fear there. Really? If, the money is, there's opportunity to start working. So do little steps towards your goals. Whatever it is you want, take action. Start doing things. If it's starting a course to do that, find a way. Cut costs other places. Take on different things. Look for other ways to make money. And don't just think inside the box, get another job. Look online, what's available to you. There are so many ways to make passive income. You just have to open yourself up to it. Yeah? I feel that that's all that's coming through. So I hope today you gained a little bit, just a smidge, even a smidge out of today. And as you can see, once again, he wants to visit. Are you quite okay? Interrupting in the video? Kisses? So, here's my sidetrack sometimes. So hello, everybody. So remember, you matter. You matter. And he's here to prove it. You are your most valuable asset, so invest in you every day. I want to thank you for spending your time with me because I absolutely respect your time is valuable. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd be so grateful if you would subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified tomorrow when I upload another cat's message of the day. So for today, take care.